Hello there, lovely YouTuber supporters and friends. Fury at plans for dominant 13-storey Albanian mega mosque in quiet leafy suburb. Now, you've got to remember, Albanians, they have 209 arrests per 1,000 people. That is per statistics what have come from 2024, so it's probably worse than that now. So they're actually one of the worst people for arrests. Or the worst. Residents have voiced opposition to the plans for a 13-storey Albanian crime centre mosque and community centre in northwest London, arguing there are already 15 local mosques within walking distance. Plan for a 13-storey Albanian crime centre mosque and community centre in northwest London have sparked opposition from residents. I'm not surprised, with critics arguing there are already 15 mosques within a 3-mile radius of proposed sites, so within minutes of each other. And this is just going to be an asylum centre where they send them out to different parts of the country. It's just a block of flats, isn't it, with a church for their whatever cult they want to worship. So the redevelopment proposal centre of the UK Albanian Muslim Community and Cultural Centre in Queen's Park, where architects want to replace the existing building, a historical former pub with lots of culture and history, with a 13-storey tower housing people that are not from the area and destroying the culture and heritage. The proposed development will include 3 floors of prayer space, a morgue, a function room for meetings and parties. Plans were submitted to a local council last month. The scheme has generated significant local interest, with 238 comments lodged on a planning application. Most of those responding have objected. I'm not surprised to the purpose development on Carlton Vale. I wonder how many boats it would take to fill that up. Among them is one resident who asked not to be identified and told the Daily Mail it's hard to understand how there is a local need for a 13-storey mega mosque, just encouraging more of them, in Queen's Park, where there are already 15 others in a 3-mile radius. Definitely shouldn't be any more built anywhere. The resident said the development would attract hundreds, potentially thousands of people day and night from out of the country, I'd imagine, as well, for prayers, weddings and funerals, leading to the increased traffic, parking, noise and disruption in the area, as well as crime. The proposed size and height of the building will dominate the area and dwarf and overshadow the charming Baptist church, another feature that should be prominent and not be overlooked. The design showed on the application doesn't fit in all well with the local architecture. It looks totally out of place in style and size. Planning images submitted with the application shown the proposed building extending well above the neighbouring West Kilburn Baptist Church. The development has not yet been granted planning permission. The plans were prepared by an architect, Ayed Al Tufum. He's not biased, is he? Proper English name. And first submitted in December 2023. With the objection period closing only a few weeks ago. It should have been blocked, that. I don't know how that would get through. Planning documents state that the scale, massing and the townscape impact of the proposed building have been carefully assessed throughout. The design purpose, I doubt it, they don't do anything properly. Responding to criticism, Mr. Al, English name, said the building has been deliberately set back, with the cantilever commencing on the 3rd floor to reduce the perceived mass of the building at street level. Respect the settings of the neighbourhood? Not likely. Don't think so, mate. Baptist church and retain its visual prominence within the streetscape. It should not be built there or anywhere. Traffic and infrastructure have featured prominently in objections submitted by local residents, and many whom questioned whether the surrounding area could accommodate large numbers of worshippers. Queen's Park has already experienced regular congestion because of its narrow streets, state the report. One objection pointed to the large mosque in nearby Regent's Park, saying it attracts thousands of worshippers and leaves the surrounding area visually standing still on Fridays and very dirty, I'd imagine. Another resident, Angela Gluck, said the problem was not the purpose of the building or the religious groups. The issue is the impact on the existing residents of the building that will probably be open around the clock and will block light and attract traffic. And it'll probably attract fanatical religious groups from outside the country to come and preach there, I'd imagine. The application proposes demolishing the current two-storey building, which is surrounded in flowers and all pretty, and replacing it with a high-rise monster development providing communal religious space alongside flexible community facilities. Prayer areas inside the building would be aligned towards the Kaaba in Mecca, Saudi Arabia, following direction of prayer for Muslims known as the Qibla. Local Conservative councillor Snapler, that's another English name, isn't it, said, "I fully support the right of every faith community to have the appropriate places of worship. I think they have enough in that area. Brent is proud of its diversity of every community, diverse to practice faith freely and safely. This is an exceptionally large proposal of 13 floors. Queen Park already experiences serious traffic congestion, parking pressures and infrastructure that has failed to keep its pace with its development. So it should be blocked." Residents have been raising these concerns for years, yet Brett Council has yet too often allowed growth without delivering the roads, transport improvements and local infrastructure people need, turning it into a third world country. Not every local resident opposed the plans, however. Dan Copler, who works in finance, said, "Whilst instinctively a 13-storey mosque in northwest London arouses concerns, the fact that it is apparently Albanian is important. As a very broad generalisation, Albania for many years has been a rare beacon of religious tolerance." We don't want to encourage them. The UK Albanian Muslim Community and Cultural Centre said the project would be funded through the debt finance donations from members and support from UK-based religious and Islamic charitable organisations. The organisation has occupied the site since 1996 and said it has provided a place of worship together with educational, charitable and community services for local residents. It also said the replacement building is needed to meet the needs of the growing local community. We don't want the boats coming over here. We don't want no more. A spokesman for the organisation said traffic, noise and infrastructure have been key considerations throughout the design and planning process, where potential impacts have been identified appropriately. Migration measures have been incorporated to the proposal in accordance with relevant planning policies and technical guidance. Discussing the scale of the project, he added, the design team and specialist consultants have worked extensively over several years to develop proposals that responds carefully to the site constraints and surrounding townscape. Sounds like they've been planning this for a while. Will there ever be a need for it? What do you think, people? Well, much love, and get your complaints out there, I'd say, if you live in the local area. So, God bless and stay safe.